everyone. Welcome to Sunshine Realms. My name is Sunshine. Let's tap into the energy to see what Spirit has for the collective. Infinite possibilities, dear love, and white stag protector. Ooh. There's no chaos with these Spirit Animal Oracle cards. This is the unicorn with the deer and the white stag. This is like a beautiful mash-up coming together. And what I'm really feeling with the deer being in between such purity and clean and whiteness of the infinite possibilities and the white stag is I'm getting a sense that someone's being covered. There's a timeline here though. Something is developing within the collective between fall, winter, and spring. So there could be a coming together, a partnership. Something is growing in the collective, or you're cultivating something that is gonna come together by spring. So whatever it is, put everything you've got into that, because it's going to give you things that you never expected to have, things that you never expected to receive, or things that you never expected to see. Maybe you didn't expect to see something, but you see it now, or it's been made clear to you, and this is something that you are keeping very close to your heart, or close within close proximity to what you're working on. But it's definitely something that you're creating from the heart space, creating from the heart chakra, creating from a sense of being grounded. You might be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, who's getting rooted or grounded into the energy right now. Let's see how this is going to shape up over the fall, winter, and spring, to see if anything shakes down or comes together. There's something that is being created or developed that someone isn't releasing to the public, is what I heard. This could be a work of art. Okay, that's for someone. Let's get into it. Let's find out what Spirit has for us. We're going to use the Apprentice Tarot deck. I've had this deck for years. Ace of Pentacles, 100%. So let's find out what Spirit is cultivating within the collective to bring into fruition. Ten of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Definitely something that you had hoped for, dreamt about, put into action. There's an action plan behind the Ace of Pentacles. You don't get there, especially with the infinite possibilities, you don't get there unless you actually put in work. Put your heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into it. With the Three of Swords and the Justice card, this is something that you're not going to mince your words about. You're going to be 100% thorough, 100% dedicated, 100% determined. And in doing this, it's going to bring you into a space of elevation where the ground beneath your feet is balanced enough for you to walk on. Walk on in a way where you can just be in peace, be within the energy of love, within the energy of hope, celebration. This could be someone who's celebrating themselves, and in that energy you expand. So a quick note about expansion. So I'm going to be starting to incorporate a lot more of the wisdom that I have and imparting that in my messages. I tend to stick to tarot and oracle just to see what Spirit has to say, but I'm being guided in this new season to also give the wisdom of what I've learned or what I've seen or experienced here, which will help someone in the collective push through some challenging times if that is for you. Whatever I am led to guide you towards, it's something that you should always filter from your own life, filter from your own spirit, and check in with your gut to see if that is something that works for you. That is how you develop the intuitive part of you. So someone has made this decision to dedicate themselves, to put effort and time and resources into themselves, and that is what is going to help ground you and allow you to move into a space of I heard redemption. If that is a word that has been repeated lately in your life or popped up out of nowhere, redemption is very important here. With the Three of Swords being in between the work that you've done, it seems as if you were guided to move in a direction that allowed you to be a little bit selfish in terms of where you're putting your energy, and that is where Spirit is telling you and guiding you to keep going in that direction. Keep being disciplined, keep being determined, and in a space where you can say to yourself, I'm going to do this. And normally that comes on the heels of wanting something to be fair, or desiring something to be fair in your life, or just or right in your life. It's almost as if someone in the collective has reclaimed themselves. Whoever that is for. Three of Wands on the bottom, expansion, preparation, looking to the future. And the Three of Wands would indicate that it's taking you a while to set your sights on forward motion. I think what has driven this forward motion is the sense of not accomplishing something, or pain in general. So when you start the healing process, you start to take stock of where you are in your life, and that is where someone is. With this Three of Swords and the Justice, you're taking stock, or you already did, maybe earlier this year in April. Someone's born on 4/22. That's for whoever that is for. 4/22. Whoever this energy is for, or there's something about 4/22, look back on what was going on in your life, either in April of this year or April of 2022. Look back. You might have put a lot of work or effort into yourself since then, and that is what is getting a lot of traction and celebration and movement, because the work has already been done or applied, and this is your growth season. But the growth season that you are under right now has a lot to do with cultivating the heart space, focusing on self-love and creation from a space of being full instead of half full or half empty or not full at all. You'll know if that is for you. Let's find out if we can get any other additional information for the collective. What is the wisdom? What is the medicine? What is it that we can take away from the message? And if you are still here, hit that like button. I really do appreciate you. Oh, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Again, this energy that you are in has a lot to do with where you've been. So your past, maybe go back to 4/20/22 and figure that out. what that has to do with where you are right now, and see if that has any solace, any medicine, any salve for you. Does it heal something for you? Does it give you the opportunity to start that healing process? It's as if right now is the right time for you to start healing that. Start healing the version of yourself that you need to go back to rescue. Start healing that inner child. Start healing that part of you that is seeking redemption. If there was something that you've wanted to do since childhood that you've decided to focus your energy on right now, then that is the direction you need to go in. It's calling you. You might be focused on what you have on your plate right now, but you can't deny the fact that it keeps calling you to create it, to do it, to focus on it, or to put yourself in a position where you can receive the salve or receive the solace, the medicine around it. Sometimes we don't get the answers right away. We have to actually be quiet enough to receive them, seek them, hear them, see them, feel them, whatever way it comes to you. And when you do that, you're going to find yourself in a space where your roots, your branches, your flowers, the parts of you that you like to share with the world starts to bloom. You're thinking about it. Something is fueling your desire for change. And with the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords here, you might have reached a point in your life where you got really tired. The Ten of Swords is on the bottom. So you got really tired of either not receiving or not receiving clarity. But in the end, there is a beginning. When you've had enough, you'll start over. So that's what's on the bottom of the deck. Let's get one card for the direction that the collective needs to go in. How do we embrace the energy? How do we embrace it to heal it? How do we embrace it in a way where we can be held or integrated into the medicine so that we can continue to be disciplined and continue to be determined? Because sometimes we as humans don't have the answers, but let's tap in. Let's find out. Knight of Pentacles. Hard work, routine, and efficiency with the Star. Hope, rejuvenation, and renewal. So, has a lot to do with putting yourself first and putting yourself at the top of your priority list. Because if you don't do that, you can't take care of anyone anyway. If you're not taking care of you, you're serving no one any good. You might think you are, but when that vessel is half full or on E0, you're just smoke and mirrors. It's just air. You're just floating on a prayer. You're just getting through life looking for the next opportunity to be fulfilled. But it seems like you didn't reach that point. It didn't give it to you. It didn't provide that for you. So you're still looking for it. It has a lot to do with how you express yourself. It has a lot to do with creativity. If you stifled the way that you express yourself or who you are naturally, that's going to be shattered, because you're being called to do the work so that you can project the right image of who you are, or the just image of who you are. There's no shame here. We're all a work in progress, and I think that that is where the most work needs to be done in order for you to be cracked open. Let's get one more Spirit Animal Oracle to see how the collective can see themselves in the future. It's not predictive, but tarot always gives you the energy, the vibe. And here it is, the dragonfly, which is magic. So you're dumbing yourself down. You're playing it small, baby. You're deciding to do the work, though. I have hope. because it gives me the impression that you're holding yourself in a higher regard and you're giving it to yourself first, because you can pour from it a full cup, but if that cup is empty, you don't know when you're going to run out. But this lets you know, I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. If you embrace that growth, considering the fact that the lotus grows in the mud, you'll be able to become something that you never anticipated, or you can become something that you never thought that you could become, simply because you decided to fill your cup. So go back in time a little bit. Go back to photos or notes or journal notes, journal entries. You can even go back on social media and find out where you were April 2022 or 4/22 of this year, and see how far you've come, because that gives me the indication that maybe you have an answer. You just forgot about it. You forgot how wonderful you are, how magical you are, how receptive you are, how loved you are, how protected you are, and what your possibilities are. You forgot that. So here's a reminder. Go pick yourself up, babe. That's all you have to do. Go back and pick yourself up, because that's where you need to do the work. From personal experience, when you are allowing yourself to see the past as a roadmap, you'll be able to come to terms with being at the end of the road and choosing not to step up. But this gives you an opportunity to do that. Don't be afraid. At the end of the day, we're all doing this work on ourselves. So pat yourself on the back. I'm the type of person and the type of tarot reader who believes in hyping yourself up. No one else is going to hype you up the way you hype you up. Start with you. That's the answer.